So Alexandria Occasio-Cortez is really, she's just giving him fits. The congresswoman from Throgs Neck, New York, she's like a Brooklyn congresswoman. And I was a bit taken aback. I watched her run and she didn't take corporate money and all that sort of thing. And then as soon as she gets there in Congress, she can't just sort of keep her head down, learn things, shake hands with people. Oh no, immediately she hits Congress. Even before she has been sworn in, she has a sit-in Nancy Pelosi's office. She just cannot shut up, and she goes on and on and on and on. And she acts like she's been there for years, and I was sort of appalled. But then I remembered when the freshman Congress, and of course, let's not forget Ilhan Omar and the other freshman Congress people who just can't shut up and make all these hideous anti-Semitic remarks or whatever. And I just like, God, you just got there. And for change. Yeah, right. Anyway, what I remember though is during in 1994, they had these right-wing young idiots came in. They were elected, I guess, to protest Clinton, and they wanted to sign this. It was this gimmick, the contract with America. We're going to have this happen and that happen, and we're going to take away welfare, and we're going to, and actually some good stuff happened. Tommy Thompson in Wisconsin, who, he started a really good anti-welfare program where he was able to find people jobs, and it did work out. But I don't know if he could have done it in this climate. But the point is they were like running around, and and that was offensive too. I mean, because you can't just show up in Congress. You can't just come in and quietly try to advocate for your state and blah blah blah. It's amazing. Years ago, Joe McCarthy, the Red Baiter, when he first came to Congress, there was apparently a coal strike. And so as soon as he gets there, he was in the Senate, he calls a press conference and he says, we should draft the striking coal miners into the army and then make them mine coal. And it was a gimmick, of course. But I just don't understand this whole loudmouth thing. It's sort of revolting. Is that really what we want? I mean, I think that political change, is about slowly doing things, trying to do this and do that. I read a book called Adventures in Portland about basically the thesis was the only job an elected representative apparently has is to get money for their state, and get jobs for their state. And the problem is that if you have a Lawrence Welk Museum in Nebraska, somebody in Michigan is like thinking that's a waste. Why can't we have a museum? Nobody wants to collectively just not spend money, and it's all greed and infighting, and that's over the same amount of pork. And I remember a noted philosopher or politician said once that you should not be allowed to vote, even as a citizen, if you had a financial, uh, you know, hold. I mean, if you were voting and you could benefit, through welfare or whatever, you should not be voting for anything you could benefit in. And of course, that's ridiculous, but it's interesting, because at one time they were much tighter with federal funds. Grover Cleveland did not want to give starving farmers seeds years ago because he didn't want them to start depending on government. And, I'm a fine one to talk. I am a government beneficiary. I get Social Security disability. And, you know, I'd rather work full time, but I just don't know how to do that. I do a little telemarketing, make $10 an hour, and I can't support myself. And so my fellow citizens take care of me, whether they want to or not. But back to Alexandria Occasio-Cortez, who's really kind of pushy, isn't she? I mean, it's just, I want this, I want that, I want renewable energy, I want high-speed rail. I just, I don't, I think she's going to either burn out or people are going to ignore her. But then again, what do I know? She may become president. What a ghastly idea. Anyway, this has been your word from the nerd.